Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. Cheers. Lovely. Right, so I've got some more games to show you. So last week I picked up some games, picked up some more yesterday. Got a nice stack down. I thought now's the time to make a new video because I want to make sure I've got enough to make a video with. So probably I think 3 weeks since the last video I put up. So thanks for watching that, guys. Went down really well, which is great. These videos seem to be doing really well at the moment. People like them, which is excellent. So thanks, I really appreciate the feedback on them. So I'm trying to build up the Xbox collection. So I've managed to get 4 new Xbox games. I managed to get 2 new PS2 games, which PS2 is really tough to find down here. Exclusives, that is. There's plenty of cross-platform, but exclusives are tough. And I also managed to grab 4 new PS3 games as well for the collection, which is fantastic. So I like to grab the PS3 games when I can, because they're still relatively cheap. Not as cheap as PS2 and Xbox, but they're still good prices. It's a good time to buy. So first thing I want to do is just talk about a game quickly that I've been playing recently, which I've really enjoyed a lot. And that game is on the PlayStation 2. It's an exclusive, and it is Medal of Honor Vanguard. I wish this wasn't exclusive. I wish this was on Xbox, because man, just thinking what it could have been like on the Xbox with the power of that machine, the graphics would have looked awesome. They look good on the PS2, but they would have looked awesome on the Xbox. But it's a fantastic title. If you've never played it, if you've played Airborne or you know about Airborne, it's like that. So you parachute down, you just don't have the variety of choice that you have in Airborne. In Airborne you can just land where you want, and they have like 3 main missions on each stage, whereas this, it's very linear. You just land and you get on with the mission. It's really good. Great sound design, just like Airborne. Same sound effects for the guns. You got the guys shouting at you everywhere, the soldiers, like the black shirts and the Germans. It's fantastic. And your AI buddies as well, which are never that great, but gunplay is really fun. The level design is great. Controls are a bit weird, but once you get used to them, they're pretty sweet. I just don't like the fact you have to use square to duck and to go prone and triangle to jump. It's just bizarre. But I got used to it and it was alright. Yeah, it's fantastic. I've really enjoyed it, and the only issue I've had with the game, really fun all the way through, balanced difficulty level, awesome game. The last 2 levels, they just ramped the difficulty, and loads of games have done this and it's bloody annoying, but they ramped the difficulty up to a point where I'm just getting angry and frustrated. I hate that. I wish developers would stop doing that. Set your difficulty level and leave it alone, because the game's fantastic all the way through. And then the last but one level, the penultimate level, absolute nightmare. You have to fight a wave of enemies, and they just destroyed me over and over again. It took me ages to get through that, and now I'm on the final level. I can't finish the game. It's really annoying. You start the first part of the level, pretty straightforward. Second part of the level is a sniper section where one of your soldiers gets sniped, and you have to take the sniper rifle and then find all the snipers and kill them. It's like a no man's land, and basically you have to just keep trying and retrying. It's trial and error, I found. It's like I'll go out and get shot. Right, that's where the bloke is. So next time, go down, snipe him, move to the next section, get hit again. Oh shit, where did he come from? Oh, there he is. Sometimes multiple tries to try and even figure out where they've put him, if he's down on the ground or he's up in the air or where he's hiding behind a wall. Really annoying. And you have to crawl under tunnels and stuff. Drive me insane. I eventually did, after many tries, get through it. And I got to the end of the stage where you're in a little house, a load of Germans wave in from the right hand side, and you have to duck down, kill them all off, and then another load of Germans come over the hill, and you can go up on the roof, which is really good, gives you an advantage, and then a tank turns up and kills me every time. And then I did it about 5 or 6 times, and the game froze, which I was really pissed off, because it's a PS2 game. You've got checkpoints while you're playing the game, but you don't have save checkpoints like the PS3. So when you come back to the game, you have to start right from scratch. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And I've gone back and tried a few times. I just can't do it. I keep getting killed by the sniper section at the moment. I can't even get to the tank. Really frustrating, because the game is so good up until that point. It's so much fun. The level design is brilliant. I'm really enjoying all the weaponry. I love it. It's just a really fun, solid first-person shooter set in World War II, and has an incredible soundtrack. You just listen to the speech and the sound effects and the music and everything, and it's just awesome. Really recommend it. If you've never played it, guys, check out Vanguard. If you're a big fan of World War II especially. Right, so crack on with the pickups. So just have a quick swig in me tea, because you need to do that, yeah. Gotta be refreshed. Oh, it's good. Yorkshire tea, only the best. Don't buy no crap. Right, so PS3 first. I'm gonna leave the Xbox till the end, because I did get a nice gold nugget last week. I found an absolute gem, diamond in the rough. Any more? No, I don't think so. It's awesome anyway. I was really chuffed to find it, so I'm going to say that at the end, just to piss you off and make you watch the whole video, or you could just skip, obviously, whatever you desire. PS3 wise, first game I got is a 50p filler title. Again, a lot of people like. I personally think it's one of the weakest ones in the series of games, and people are probably going to go, what? But I only play campaign, I don't do multiplayer, so you probably know what game it is, what series it is. But for me, this is definitely not the best campaign out of all of them, but I still wanted it anyway because it's all right to play through, and it was 50p and it fills the gap. That is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, I mean, this is the only game that I can remember that really pissed me off with the story when they got to that no Russian bit. It literally made me go, that is unnecessary, that is just, there's just no need to put that in there, it's just for controversy. And I just didn't think much of the story and the level layouts and stuff. I just really found the campaign to be quite pedestrian and boring. Not a patch on the first and third, you know, Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 3, which Modern Warfare 3 is one of my favourite Call of Duties. Brilliant game that is. Yeah, but I just thought I'd grab it. I mean, there was like about 5 or 6 copies of 50p each. So I just hunted through, found the best one, and I thought that'll do, it'll fill the gap. I'll probably play it again at some point, and maybe I'll change my mind, you never know. I just tend to play Modern Warfare 3 more than anything. I haven't even played Call of Duty 4 in God, you know, I don't think I've actually played Call of Duty 4. I might have done, but I don't remember playing it since it came out. And I really enjoyed that game at the time, it was fantastic, so I don't know. Wait and see, I will play that again because that's a cracking game. But number 3 is just brilliant. Next up is a game I bought when it came out. I liked it, it's far too short, which was a shame. But nice graphics, cool storyline. Not the greatest first person shooter, but a fun one. And it was 75p, so why not? And it's Homefront. So I've heard the second one is not so good, so I've not got around to playing that yet. Let me know, guys, if you played number 2, is the campaign worth picking up if it's cheap enough? Or is it complete crap and don't bother? But the first one, really cool. I really like the game. I like the idea of North Korea invasion, that's really cool. Graphics look really good. I watched Red Dawn not long ago on Amazon. Is it 4 or was it his brother? I can't remember if it was Chris Hemsworth or Liam Hemsworth. I think it's Chris Hemsworth. Came out in like 2012 or something around there, a few years back. Never seen it before. Really liked it, great film. That's about North Korea invading America. So if you've never watched it, guys, by the way, check that out. It's a really fun film. Yeah, Homefront, decent game. I'll play through it again because it's extremely short. You can get through it pretty quickly, so why not? Next one is a game that a lot of people seem to love. I liked it until I got annoyed with it, and that is Enslaved Odyssey to the West, which is from Ninja Theory, the guys behind Heavenly Sword, which is a game I absolutely love on the PS3. I played this when it came out. I really enjoyed it up until the point where the camera started pissing me off and I couldn't see what the hell was going on, and I kept getting killed by the enemies because the camera was flipping all over the sodding place and it was just irritating as hell. So that really annoyed me and I gave up playing the game, which is a shame because it is a beautiful looking game. I found that the gameplay mechanics were really fun. Yeah, I want to give it another try because I all overseas people online saying how good the game is and how lauded it is, so I really want to see if I can get back into it. Last game for the PS3, game I've wanted for a long time, World War II game. It came out, I think it came out pretty late in the PS3 life. I don't think it was like when the PS4 came out, but it was pretty far into the PS3. It was a long in development game and one that apparently is shite. But I've always wanted to play this, and after talking to Alex Bluetonic78, he said it might not be great, but he got through it and it wasn't too bad. It was worth playing at least. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. I finally got a copy. It's called Enemy Front. And on the back it says sniping, stealth, sabotage or brute force. The choice is yours. Graphically, it looked bloody gorgeous on the back. So I mean, I'm out in 7 to PS3 game, so it should look nice anyway. But yeah, I mean, basically it's just a World War II first-person shooter where you can stealth or just murder everyone in sight. So brilliant, my type of game. So looking forward to that. PS3 is great, man. The games are so cheap right now, so you can just build a really nice collection. Same as the 360, whichever system you prefer. There's a really good selection of games. It's given me the opportunity to go back and play some of the games I never got a chance to. I nearly picked up Split Second yesterday. There was a couple of copies. They weren't in the greatest of condition though, to be quite honest. And I just thought, nah, I'll just wait. I'll wait till I find another one. I still want to get Split Second, Blur, and Little Big Planet Karting. They're 3 races I really want. Oh, and of course Ridge Racer Unbounded, which apparently is crap, but I really want to play that one. Right, so PS2 wise, I got 2 games. I got one last week, one this week. One last week was brilliant. The one this week is all right, which I'll show you that first, which is what I got yesterday. And it's called Airblade. Now it's like a futuristic hoverboard game, basically like a Tony Hawk's on a hoverboard. I think this was a launch title, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure it was. Was it 2000? It doesn't actually say. I'm sure. Yeah, it says 2001, so it was just after launch. I thought it was a launch title. I could have sworn it was. Obviously, it wasn't. There you go. I remember it being pretty decent, reminiscent of Trick Style on the Dreamcast. So I thought, why not? I think it was like 50p yesterday, and it's in really nice condition. Even the plastic case is actually in really nice shape. That makes a bleeding change. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'll give it a blast. It is, of course, box complete, so don't buy them without manuals, because why would you? So yeah, that's Airblade. I'll give that a play. This next one I picked up last week, and I've been playing it for the last week, and I absolutely love this game. It's great, and it's a sequel to one of my favourite games on the PS2. Because I don't know much about the library, I only had a PS2 for a short time back in the day, so I'm limited with my knowledge, but the games I did play I really enjoyed. And this is the sequel, and to a game that I thought was fantastic back in the day. Say that enough times. It is Smuggler's Run 2, Hostile Territory. So again, nice and complete, lovely condition. Absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. I've been playing the hell out of this week. It's really, really fun. The first game is one of my favourite games from the early days of the PS2. And that one is awesome. They basically have the same sort of setup where you have to try and find packages and then drop them off, and you get attacked by AI bots, like enemies. Like, so basically computer controlled vehicles. And you can smack into each other and steal the packages back from each other. Really fun, but they also added some extra stuff now where you have to chase people down and smash the car up, or just chase them and keep up with them. And it's like a basically what did you explain that? Yeah, basically the car in front just drives off the computer car, and you have to just keep up with it. So they're putting a few different ideas in there, just a bit of variation. But it's really good, gorgeous graphics. Music's not so much to my taste. It's a dance soundtrack, but it's looped dance. And I found most of the soundtrack to be quite irritating, to be quite honest. Not as good as the first game. The other thing I wasn't keen on was the fact that you don't get the really cool voiceover that you get in the first game. Because you get, if you ever watch the film The Warriors, you have that woman who works at the radio station doing the commentary. You get that on Smuggler's Run, and I really love that. You don't get it on Smuggler's Run 2, which is a shame. But it's a fantastic title. I'm still looking for the first one. I haven't found a good copy of it yet. They're usually crap condition. So I'm hoping to get that. I really want to play the first Smuggler's Run again. I really wish we'd get a third game. It's been so long now. It's like we're on the PlayStation 5 soon, so we're nearly 3 generations ahead, and Rockstar still haven't made another one. Really annoying. I know they've got GTA and Red Dead and all that, but I mean, I'd love a new Smuggler's Run. It'd be awesome. Right, so onto the bread and butter, the old Xbox original. The original Xbox games. So I've got 4 games to show you. I've got 2 decent, 2 absolutely brilliant. One in particular is an absolutely amazing find. I'm very excited to show that one. So first up, yesterday I picked up a copy of Alias, which is based on the early 2000s. I think it started in 99. Yeah, it was about 99 it started. ABC show in America called Alias from J.J. Abrams. So you'll know from, well, nowadays you'll know from Star Wars, but I mean he's done quite a few things like Mission Impossible 3 and Cloverfield and other things he's been involved in, and Lost, he was involved in that. The guy's awesome. Yeah. Favourite show of all time. I absolutely love Alias. I've got all 5 seasons, and I go back and watch it every now and again. It's awesome. So if you've never watched the show, check it out. If you have seen the show, you know what it's about. Basically, the game follows the show. Oh, by the way, it's complete and nice. Just follow the sort of structure of the actual TV show. Basically, you start the first mission. I've never got past the first mission yet, but I keep trying. The first mission, Mr. Stark's in a bar. You've got to drug his chauffeur, so you have to go and meet Dixon first of all, grab the drugs off Dixon. You're playing a waitress, Sydney's undercover, and then you have to get the drugs, put them in the drink on the bar, take it to the chauffeur, drug him. And then last night I was playing it, and you have to go into the back, and you have to go to the freezer section, and there's enemies, and you have to try and sneak past them. I got caught straight away because I'm crap at stealth. But yeah, graphically it looks really nice. The character models for the time look really decent. You can at least tell who the characters are, so that's a start. You know, PS1 you'd be struggling, but at this point in the Xbox and PS2 era, you're starting to see faces and recognise actors. But yeah, it's really cool. So I just really wanted it because I love the TV show, so I want to try and play through the game. Next up is a game I got on the PS2 in a few videos ago, and someone told me in the comments that it wasn't an exclusive like I thought it was, and it's on the Xbox. So I saw it and I thought I'd grab that, and it is Red Faction 2. So again, first person shooter with Jason Statham as your buddy. Lovely condition. Pretty cool, destructible environments. Enemies are a bit dumb, they just sort of stand around shooting at you. It's good. I mean, immediately as soon as I put it on, I was like, you can see the difference. Yeah, it's made by Volition, who do Saints Row, so I don't know if they developed it on Xbox and downgraded it for PS2, more than likely. But graphically, it's just like night and day. The colours and the detail and just the textures and everything. Basically, the Xbox just looks shitloads better than the PS2 version. It's really cool. The game's still an average first-person shooter, but it looks a lot nicer on the Xbox, so it's worth picking up and giving it a blast, I think. Next one is a brilliant game on the Xbox, one that came out late in the life of the console and a fantastic title in general, and that is Half-Life 2, which I picked up last week. There you go. Yeah, absolutely incredible looking game. I mean, graphically, it borderline 360 because it's that far into the Xbox's life. So you could easily, I'm looking at the back here, and the graphics, you could have easily passed that off as an early Xbox 360 launch title or something. I'm amazed this wasn't a cross-generation game. It's so good. Of course, it was in terms of the orange box, but I mean like on its own at the beginning separately. So yeah, great game. I've gotten pretty far into it in the past. I got stuck in, like, I think it was a prison, and you have to keep setting up gun turrets, and I just kept getting annoyed by it. Eventually, back in the day, my mate Rich came down to visit, and he showed me how to do it and got me through it because it done my nut in proper. It was really irritating. But I really like the game. I think the graphics are great, the story's really good, and it's a quality title and an amazing console first-person shooter, and really shows what the Xbox can do with the FPS genre. It's superb. Right, so I've got one more game to show you. And this is the creme de la creme of the bunch. The absolute diamond in the rough. Blew my mind when I saw this sitting on the shelf last week. I couldn't get my head around the fact that it was there. I saw it and I thought, I swear to God, I did not know that it had a PAL release. I had to look at it twice because I thought it was the American version, because that's all I've ever seen is the American version. I assumed it was an exclusive, but it isn't. And so on the day I went down, which was beginning of last week, I saw it and I picked up Half-Life 2 and Smugglers Run 2. I put this one to one side because it was £15 and I thought that's a lot of money for an Xbox game. And I thought, well, even though I know I've never seen a PAL version before and I probably should pick it up, it's a bit expensive, I'll take all my credit up. I'll put it to one side and not worry about it for the time being. I'll look into it. So I got home, looked it up on eBay. Turns out, yeah, it is extremely tough to get. And the last one that sold was in Portugal, which sold for £35. So 20 quid more, and I thought, holy shit, that's expensive. And there are a couple of copies available, but not many. Mostly it's the American copy that you see on eBay, like sealed for a few pounds. So I just couldn't leave it there. So I went back the next day and grabbed it before it got taken. Although to be fair, I didn't think it would sell because of the prices. I thought it might be putting people off because there's a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man that's been in there for over a month now. So, and that's an £8 game. So at £15, I didn't think this would sell easily. But anyway, I grabbed it, and it is Painkiller Hell Wars. Absolutely blown away. You can see there 18 plus PEGI ratings. It's a proper UK release. Absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe I found this in the wild. Never thought that would happen. I had no idea that they even released it in this country. So I looked it up on Wikipedia and it came out in 2006. Now the Xbox 360 came out in this country in December of 2005. And then not long after that, they didn't have that many games come out because obviously they moved on to 360 and Microsoft pretty much dumped the Xbox, which was a real shame. So a few games came out, so I'm assuming that's a limited quantity game and that's why you don't see it that much in PAL territories, especially in this country. I've never seen a copy over the years, so it's the first time. It's a brilliant first-person shooter set in an arena setting, an arena shooter basically. Pumping rock soundtrack, gorgeous graphics, loads of enemies, and the idea is you just run around the arena, killing off the waves of enemies, and then you can move on to the next part of the arena, and on to the next arena after that. And it just gets tougher and tougher as you go, and you get bigger and badder enemies. It's a really solid game, really gorgeous graphics, controls are really solid, well thought out. As I say, the soundtrack, big rock soundtrack, absolutely awesome. It's a fantastic game, I absolutely love it. And someone told me the other day in the comments that there's a version on the 360 and PS3 which I wasn't aware of, so I looked it up, and at first it looked like it was a digital only release. I thought, oh shit. But there was a physical copy, so I will grab the PS3 one if I ever see it. I think it's called Painkiller Hell and Damnation. It can be quite pricey as well, which is a bit annoying, but there you go. So there you go guys, those are the latest additions to the collection. Xbox collection's growing nicely, PS2's growing very slowly but surely, we're getting there. But it gives me time to play them and enjoy them, which is great. PS3, I'm always adding to that. I mean, I've got about 40 odd now, so that's going great. So yeah, I'm doing pretty well, I think, you know. I'm enjoying these systems. The disc-based systems are so much more easy to collect for. You know, they're affordable, it's sustainable. You don't get yourself into a hole, or at least I don't, which is great. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, it's brilliant. So I'll just continue playing them, and then when I find some more, I'll obviously show you them as well. So I really appreciate all the feedback I've had on the videos recently, guys, as well. Been going down great. You seem to be really liking them, and the format I've been using as well for showing the gameplay. So really appreciate all that feedback. Thanks. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, awesome. Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.